Hello. Welcome to Hollywoodland22. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing just fine. Thank you very much for coming in this evening to watch Hollywoodland22. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe button. It helps out a lot. This is a growing channel. Hi there. Welcome in. You guys are beautiful. Thank you. How are you doing this evening? Diane Walker, 1755. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome into Hollywoodland 22. Karari Eggsecker, 2506. What's up? Nothing much. Just decided to come on a little bit later tonight. I usually come on between 5 and 9 p.m. daily, Eastern Standard Time, to answer everyone's questions. I'm sure you're full of a lot of questions tonight. Yeah, I am. Mitch, 4664. Hi. Lucky Lee Kelly. Hi. How are you doing? Diane Carrillo, 7207. Hi. So where is everybody? Are you in the United States or are you from out of the country? I'm in North Carolina. I lived in Hollywood for about 34 years, maybe 36. I've got to count back to 1987. Been here for 3 years, probably 33 years, maybe. Let's see, what's 1987 until 2023? Would that be 36 years? I think so. It's a long time to be in Los Angeles, huh? You're from the United States of America? Really? That's good. Wonderful place to be. Interesting country. Many states. Pennsylvania. I'm from Pennsylvania originally, too. I grew up in Philadelphia. From 1966 to 1977. And then I moved to Lubbock, Texas, which is in the panhandle of Texas, when I was a child. From the 6th to the 10th grade. I came back in 1982 to Pennsylvania, and I finished out high school the last couple of years. And in 1987, I took off for California. Diana Carrillo. Harari Secker. Nice. Good morning. Let's see where the lighting is the best here. Okay. Yeah, I've traveled around a lot. Quite a bit of my life. I did live, okay, I did take 3 years out of that. I did live 3 years in Bellevue, Washington, which is a suburb right outside of Seattle, from 1995 until 1998. I remember that. That was fun. I'm form text. Oh, really? Ashley Williams, 688. How long have I been trans? Well, I'm not trans. Not at all. Ashley Williams said hi. Hi. What I like to do on this channel is I like to answer your questions. You see, it's really not my channel. It's really your channel. And you get to ask me questions. My name is Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. A bright smile today. How old am I? It's a question I get asked quite often. I guess I should ask you, how old do I look to you? Some people don't look their chronological age. And some people do look their chronological age, and some people look older than their age. 32? Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. My name is Isha. I'm from Egypt. Do you remember me? Habiba? Habiba Yahaya. I think so. Diana Korea, 24, 22? No, that's a little bit too young. I'm not that young. I remember being 24, and I remember being 22, and I remember being 32 and 33 and 31. I remember what I was doing back then. A little bit. See if I have any hair on my head. Yes, I do. Starting to grow my hair back finally. It's about time, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I had all my hair buzzed off. Make 22. No, not 22 years old. Far from that. I'm a he, not a she. Do you ever get the feeling that you're being watched? I know in the year 22. In 2022. My name is Randy. Randy. Uncle Ron here. Ace. Habiba. Alina. Deliska. No. Protestant Christian. It's a Randy. Randy is my name. I think there's an owl outside of my window. It's going, woo, woo. It's making a lot of noise out there. You have a sister named Nicole? That's nice. Alina Deleska. Nice to meet you. You look very nice. Thank you. Your name is wonderful. My name means love. That's a good name. A Bible story? About what? Would you like to hear about how Pontius Pilate was confused about what the word truth meant? He said, "What is truth?" Ashley Williams, 688. No. You guys need some serious mental gymnastics to help us understand what this tweet. Missed your stories, really. What kind of stories would you like to hear? Not professionally, but I know how to write. I can write a letter. I can write a sentence, a paragraph. I could write a short story if I wanted to. It's been a while since I've done that. I've written term papers in college. I was in retail sales for a while. I did construction work for a while. Worked in the restaurant business for a while. Done a lot of things for a while. Drank alcohol for a while until I stopped 18 and a half years ago. Got a little bit of Irish in me. I preferred Jameson's Irish whiskey. It's good fighting liquor. How did I quit cold turkey? I went to a drunk tank for about 3 days. They gave me some medicine so I wouldn't have the delirium tremens, the shakes. And then I went to a rehab for about 21 days, 3 weeks in a rehab. Got out of the rehab, went back to my apartment, and the rest is history. Stopped drinking. I decided I wanted to live. You, with your glasses, James_Reacher, welcome back. Ace, thank you for coming in. Habiba, I have a story about the gingerbread man. He was a fast little cookie. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. And he ran and ran. Well, it looks like it's about time for me to quench my thirst. You know, when I get thirsty, I just reach for a bottle of Powerade Zero. You know, I was thinking about other drinks, but I prefer Powerade Zero. It's cool. It's refreshing. Powerade Zero. And it makes me feel like a real winner. A winner, I says. A winner. I'm winning. Yeah. Winning, boy. Also pairs great with Fleischmann's Royal Vodka. And a nice cold beer. I bet it does. I wouldn't know about that anymore because I'm 18 and a half months, no, 18 and a half years sober. August the 8th of 2007, what would that make me? Would that make me 19 years sober this coming August? Let's think about that. Yes, it would. So I'm about 18 and a half years sober off of alcohol. Yes. No more drinking alcohol for me. I'm too Irish. I might get intoxicated, wanting to get in a bar fight or go take it out in the parking lot or something like that, huh? Shot of Jameson's. Wash it down with a Samuel Adams. That's what I used to do. Is that what happened to your face? You lost a lot of weight. Surfboard, $3.96. Do you know me in person? I used to be bigger. I used to weigh 218 pounds. I weigh 175 pounds now. 2 years ago, I weighed 155 pounds. Well, 2 years and 5 months ago, I weighed 155 pounds. I'm going to get back down to about 150, get real skinny. There's a reason why. I got a medical reason. To get as much fat off of my heart and around my aorta as possible. Could be. I used to be red in the face with alcohol poisoning, probably. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe button. Hitting the like and subscribe button is free, it's fun, and it's easy. Thank you. You're beautiful. I see you. I can see you right through my camera lens. I may be a remote viewer. You never know. You look like first place in a Harrison Ford lookalike contest. Really? You think so? You must be from out of the country. You're not. Are you an American? You're from another country. I don't think I look like Harrison Ford that much. Harrison Ford has a bigger nose than I do. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Me too. Unk_James22. How are you? The Sylvia Raquel. Spanish. ¿Tú hablas español? Yo hablo español muy poquito. Yo vivo en la ciudad de Los Angeles, California. $34 años. _James22. Remote viewing like gang stalkers. Possibly. I'm not a gang stalker, though. At the_spectacular. Thinks I look like Harrison Ford. Silviera Quell. My Spanish isn't bad, thank you. I lived in Los Angeles from 1987 to 2023, minus 3 years in Washington State, minus 1 year in San Diego, minus 1 year in Georgia, northeastern Georgia. I will defeat the Freemasons gang stalkers, says at _James22. Got 11 likes. Thank you. Got 2 people in here. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe button. Let's get that like button hit. I need a lot of help from my viewers, my fans. From my fans. That's what I need more than anything else in the whole world, is for you to hit that like button and that subscribe button. I need to get a bunch of subscribers. I mean, like 100,000 subscribers I need to get. Yes, you can tell. If you could please tell all your friends, I would really enjoy it if everyone watching would tell all of their friends about Hollywoodland22 and about how I answer all your questions. You can tell your Facebook friends. You can tell your friends at the office. You can tell people on the street. You can tell people at the bus stop about Hollywoodland22. You can tell people on Twitch. You can tell people on Roblox. You can tell people on OnlyFans if you want. You can tell people on YouTube, Twitter, X, what's called X now. You can tell them on any platform you want. Instagram. You can tell them on any platform you want. All about Hollywoodland22. Hollywoodland22. I'm the guy who lived in Hollywood off and on for about 30, I think 36 or 37 years. And which is a neighborhood in Los Angeles. I lived in Van Nuys too, which is another neighborhood in Los Angeles. And you can ask me questions, and I will tell you some true Hollywood stories. Oh, they're very true. These aren't like the ones you'll see on television programs. Gayan Cara Petty on 6069. Remember me? Yes, I do. No, my channel name is Hollywoodland22. You could try putting in 21. It's Hollywoodland22 is my channel. I have the orange uppercase cursive H with the black background is my avatar instead of my face. You'll know it's me when you go and look me up on YouTube. There's all kinds of me on YouTube all over the place. I've done retail sales, I've done construction work, and I've worked in the hotel, restaurant, related services throughout my life. I will put your handle name on my next AI. That's wonderful. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hollywoodland22. I will shout you out when I get to 700 subs. I'm only 7 away. That's wonderful. That's cool. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Scratching backs. At UNC_James22. Thank you. You guys are absolutely beautiful coming in here. My best friend's great aunt used to live in Greta Gable, can't spell, in LA. Yes, sir. Aye, sir. Aye, Captain. I wonder what Ashley's doing. I think she's watching a movie over here. What are you watching?
I'm watching a show.
Watching a show? Do you want to kiss because I love you? I love you. You're my favorite wife in the whole wide world. She was an old Hollywood actor from the 40s. You know what? When I first moved out to Hollywood in 1987, I met some ladies who were young actresses in the 1940s and the 1950s that were retired and elderly and living in Hollywood in condominiums and apartments. They used to wear their little sun hats and their shades and just walk down the street. By that time, Hollywood had become a little bit shady of a neighborhood, but I don't think they realized it. I met a lot of interesting people. You were 6 years old in 1987, really? I was 22 in 1987. No, how old was I? 18. I was 21. Yep, 21 years old. Yeah, actually, yeah, I have some stories. I've had to deal with a lot of things. As a younger guy, really had, back in the late 80s and the 90s, had to deal with a lot of things just coming home from work. Living in an apartment complex. My apartment complex was affordable, but it was kind of nice and quiet. Had a lot of older people in it. Well, I had some younger people in it, about half young and about half old. And around the corner had a lot of bangers and stuff like that. People in gangs and all kinds of stuff like that. But they didn't bother me. If they stepped to me, there was a problem in the street. I remember that. It was back in like the late 80s. Yeah, I remember having to put a few people on the asphalt. I mean, it used to be really, really rough back then, back in the late 80s and the early 90s. Parts of Los Angeles, well, parts of Hollywood were really rough. A lot of pew pews and knives around and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I got to meet Dr. Seuss that year in 1987, and Bill Graham. Yeah, bangers. There used to be, you know what, a lot of people don't realize as bad as it looks on TikTok and YouTube with the condition of the city of Los Angeles. Uh, it was it was more dangerous in certain areas. Not all, like not northern Los Angeles or western Los Angeles. Hollywood was like a mix. Like East Hollywood was a bunch. It was all gang infested, and all those neighborhoods going towards downtown, and everything like in South Central and East LA was like really gang infested. I never, I wouldn't even. I'd been through there on the bus and stuff. I didn't live over there. I mostly lived in Hollywood. I lived in North Hollywood in the San Fernando Valley, and I lived in Van Nuys. I lived off of La Cienega and Pico once. Things used to be rougher back then. There was a lot of criminal activity going on there. Let's see what else we got here. Coast at Coast 800 AM. I love next door to you lived next door to the high school where they filmed 21 Jump Street in 1988. Was that Beverly Hills High? I'm not sure. I met Johnny Depp and Jason Priestley. It was wild watching them film at the high school. Was that at Beverly Hills High School over there on the west side of town? Young Ray's 355. Hello. I'm not sure where that was. Yeah, I remember them talking about Bloods in Denver in the 80s when I was a kid. Yeah, there used to be a lot of that kind of stuff going around. Things have really chilled out a lot. We have, as far as crime goes, there's a lot more criminals from other countries coming in here now. It's not so much homegrown, but it's not as bad as it was back in the 80s and 90s, late 70s, 80s, and 90s until about the early 2000s. Then about 2001, the crime started going down. I know why too, because they had feds all over the place because of 9/11. I know Colorado. I have family that lives in what's it called? Aurora and Lakewood. Yeah. Burnaby, British Columbia.
I got that girl. Mhm.
Burnaby, BC. Young Rays, 355 says, I actually lived a few yards away from the house Jack the Ripper lived in. Really? Uncle James 22 says, yes, my sister and cousin lives in both towns you mentioned. Really? You know what? I actually cannot live in a high altitude town such as Denver or Colorado Springs or Boulder City or Pueblo or Amarillo or Lubbock or even Albuquerque or Santa Fe, which actually have our high elevation. Albuquerque is actually higher than Denver, I found out, or Cheyenne. I can't live in those high altitude towns because I have a aortic aneurysm, and I don't want my aorta to dissect. I have to. That's why I got to get all this weight down. I got to get from like 175 down to 100. I'm going to get down to 150 pounds. I'm going to lose 25 pounds. I'm going to look really skinny compared to now. Can you imagine? I'm going to look emaciated. Boulder City. There's a what other towns do they got out there? Jefferson. I think they got Jefferson County out there. Or it's a little bit messed up. You know what? Pikes Peak is pretty cool. And all those towns on the way to Pikes Peak, all those, that's kind of rich out there. A lot of rich people that live out there. There is a lot of wealth that lives out there. Oh, you went to school in Durango? That's where all the preppers are living. People hunt around there. Like people from all over go to Durango. Like people from like the panhandle of Texas and like eastern New Mexico and Oklahoma, they travel all the way to Durango to go hunting. They do. They go from like Oklahoma, like the panhandle of Texas, eastern New Mexico and stuff, and they go over there. What, Durango? And even some people from Arizona, like Phoenix and stuff, go up there. They like it. It's like there's all kinds of preppers and hunters, and I think there's like there's rich people that got like houses in the side of the ground and stuff over there. Wow, we got 4 people in here. Isn't that wonderful? Why don't you tell all your friends? I need people to let the whole world know about Hollywoodland22. I really need your help. I need you. You remember you? You. Only you can prevent forest fires. And only you can spread the good news about Jesus Christ. And only you can let everyone know about Hollywoodland22 on YouTube. Or my name on TikTok is Hollywoodland, 2 words. And my avatar, you see, is black background with a cursive uppercase H that's orange. One of my best friends was an Okie in college that was 2004 Callie. She passed away in a coma. I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences. In Durango. My stepfather used to go hunting in Durango. I don't know if he was mule deer or what he was going to hunt for. I know that they got a lot of wild animals up there. It ain't no joke. Wow, it's 12 o'clock at night. Can you believe that already? I love Powerade. You know, when I get thirsty, I just reach for a bottle of cool and refreshing Powerade Zero. Powerade Zero. It makes me feel, you got it, like a real winner. A winner, I says. Winning. Like a real winner, man. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can somebody tell me the duck story? Powerade going to sponsor you now. You know what? I should find out who makes Powerade. Powerade. Recycle me. Refrigerate after opening. Powerade.com. 50% more electrolytes than the leading sports drink. I really do like this stuff. Powerade Zero Orange flavored. And other natural flavors, 0 calorie sugar. Okay, they don't have any. It probably has fake sugar in it. Let's see. Total fat, 0%. Sodium, 250 milligrams. Total carbs, 0. Total sugar, 0. Included OG added sugars, 0. Protein, 0. About 2.5 servings per container. Serving size, 12 fluid ounces. I drink approximately 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of water a day because I'm on a weight loss trip. Voice. Cola makes it. Think it's good. This guy is a former SEAL team. This Need More Juice says this guy is a former SEAL Team 6. Respects her. No, I am not. I am not. I have never been in the military. I had 2 grandparents that were in the military, and I have several relatives that are in the military. One of them dismantles bombs. Learned to do that out in El Paso. You living in Saturday, and I'm living in Friday. Central, Mountain, or Pacific Standard Time. _James22. Are you on Mountain Time? Mountain Time. That's what I thought. Yeah. I remember my father going out to flew me out to Texas when I was a child, 1977. And then we drove through Texas and took a plane from the Dallas-Fort Worth airport up to the Denver airport. And I went to go visit a friend of his who lived in a suburb that's not Littleton, but some other suburb going towards Pikes Peak when they were first. This is 1975, and they were still building the suburbs of Denver. And I remember there was a whole lot of open land back then. Coast 800 AM. Have you ever heard of Vistage, the group? Excellent 80s band. No, I haven't. I'm surprised I haven't. Vistage. I might recognize some of their songs. Coast 800 AM. Who's your favorite band from the 80s? Tears for Fears. Utah, Idaho, New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, parts of Montana, and Arizona is on same time till March the 5th. Are you changing? Are you going away from daylight saving time, or is the time zone going to be altered somewhat? Yeah, I know. They do. They're a good band. They took care of themselves. They didn't get all coked up or anything. I like this stuff from the early 90s. Me too. I'm going to test out my boxing skills. I got to keep my hands up close to my head. I used to go like this and duck my head. You get in a street fight, right? What you do is you go like this. Protect your head. You duck. When they try to hit you, you duck and they hit the top of your head and they break their hand. That's when you let them have it. With an overhand right or the jab. The jab always is effective. You know, people don't talk too much about the jab when you're defending yourself. The jab, it works. Most people just jab them in the face one time, maybe twice if they have to. They go away. 2 quick jabs and they go away. They stop. They had beer muscles anyway. Self-defense is something that everybody needs to learn. Now, for women, I would suggest pepper spray gel and have it on a long enough cord so that you can pull it out from like put it somewhere, pull it out, and it makes creeps go away. And Navajo Reservation does daylight saving too, really? I remember taking a class for fake fighting. Really, fake fighting? Okay. People don't really fight anymore, except if it's that what is that? Cage fighting or something. A lot of people don't really do that. They're not. Back in the 80s and 90s, there was a lot more aggressive young men. They used to always want to prove how tough they are. I would not recommend street fighting. It's a way to put yourself in jail or prison really fast if you hurt somebody and they fall down and hit their head on a curb or any kind of concrete and they end up being a vegetable or something like that. I'd stay away from that stuff. Bar fights aren't worth it. They're really not worth it. It can wreck your life. I try to give good advice. It says Colorado is going to daylight saving time. Arizona doesn't change clocks. Yeah, I know that. I figured that. Yeah, I heard about that. Fake fighting for acting class. Oh, you want to be an actor? Really? I just act up. It's getting a little hot in here. I'm going to have to turn down the heat. I'll be back. Woo! What's your story? Everybody wants to rule the world. What's all that noise in here? I've had just about enough out of you two for all that noise. Somebody's making noise again. I've had just about enough of this noise. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. making all that noise in here? Succotash. I've had just about enough out of you two. There's too much noise going on in here. I'm going to have to call the authorities. That's gross. Have a good night. You have a good night too. Like y'all red blanket. Oh, you like a little red blanket? Yeah. Look, isn't it? Ooh. Dinah Carrillo, thank you for coming back. You were here last night, weren't you? 7207. Thanks for coming back in. We have some regulars coming back in now. Thank you for sharing Hollywoodland22 with all your friends on X, Instagram, Twitch, Kick, Lemonade, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, at the office, your family, your friends, people you meet at the bus stop and on the train. Hollywoodland22. You know, I'm here to answer your questions. It's really your channel. CJ548. Hey, hey. Hi. Thank you for coming in. I'm so happy to have people here. Hi. The people are beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I think there's an owl outside of my house, right outside of my window. It's making this sound, ooh, ooh, like that. Yeah, a real owl. Out of this window somewhere. Out here or somewhere. Somewhere out here. I'm not sure where it is. Well, guess what? This has been a wonderful time. You guys really made my day. Owls are so dangerous. I was just about to say that. They are dangerous. Owls are nothing to mess around with. Coast 800 AM. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Diana Carrillo, 7207, Unk_James22, and everybody else that came in tonight. You're very beautiful. Thank you. Tell all your friends, please, 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 pretty please, with sugar on top, all about Hollywoodland22 on YouTube. I'm here to answer your questions. I would love to run this channel all day long, like on a Sunday, just at 8 o'clock in the morning and just go on for 16 hours or something like that. That'd be great. I think it can last maybe 13, 14 hours at least. That would be cool. I'll leave because I have to watch a video. Okay, well, I'll be back tomorrow. I might come on as early as 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But I'll definitely be here. Just check in the evenings. You can tell your friends. I'll be here. You guys are beautiful. Thank you so very much for coming in. Stay safe. Hollywoodland22. Tell your friends and like and subscribe. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.